So let me see if I can describe your typical day. After a good night's sleep and an invigorating morning routine, you get your cappuccino, you sit down at your clear, well-organized desk in your immaculate home office, you open that important project you want to work on, and you dive in. Within a few minutes, you are in the flow. Your uninterrupted mind is spinning out one brilliant idea after another, and your fingers are flying, and so is the time. The hours go by, and before you know it, you're done. The project is complete. You hit send, sit back, and bask in the glory. Sound like a fantasy? Well, for the vast majority of us, it is. I don't know about you, but my day goes more like this. My alarm goes off, I wake up ready for a nap, and before my morning coffee is even ready, I have several alerts on my inbox with urgent requests from colleagues and clients for things that they need before the end of the day, if not sooner. So much for that project I was going to get started working on first thing. Second cup of instant coffee spilling onto my desk, I get started with my response to one of those urgent requests, only to have my daughter interrupt to tell me I urgently need to sign some paperwork for her that was due yesterday for her high school program. Well, how hard could this be? Well, 30 minutes and 28 clicks later and 3 phone calls, we finally get the thing submitted. So I've heard of this concept of flow, where time flies by and you're in the zone and you're getting stuff done. Well, I'm in the flow all right, but it's more like I'm in a raft being carried down the whitewater, bouncing over the rocks and getting tossed from side to side, just trying not to fly out. When I finally come up for air, it's noon. I haven't even started on that high priority project, and the only thing I've accomplished is getting completely frazzled. The reality is that in any context, whether you're working virtually or working in an office, it can be challenging to get focused and stay focused. And if you're like many of us in a suddenly virtual situation, it's even more challenging. Suddenly virtual means that you didn't choose to work virtually, you didn't get to set up a beautiful home office with all the bells and whistles. Instead, you were thrown into a virtual working situation at your dining room table or sharing some space, and you've got to make the best of it. On one hand, the goal is to plan our priorities, get focused on them, and stay focused. But at the same time, we simply have to be able to handle multiple demands fighting for our attention throughout any given day. Rather than simply working on one project for hours on end, we have to be able to get focused, stay focused while we can, and then refocus on a new priority multiple times throughout the day. It's about making those shifts in a sustainable manner throughout your day so you get to the end of the day and instead of feeling frazzled and spent, you feel relatively peaceful, productive, and satisfied. In this course, we're going to offer you practical day-to-day tactics that can help you identify your priorities, plan those into your week and your day, get focused, stay focused, and refocus when necessary throughout your day in a sustainable manner. I've asked a fantastic friend and colleague from Sydney, Jen Haddad, to join me for this course and share some insights along the way.
Hello, or good day from Sydney, Australia. I'm Jen, Director of Spring Business Consulting, which specialises in business planning, change management, leadership and organisational development. And I am delighted to work with the fabulous John Riordan in sharing some strategies to help us get focused, stay focused and refocused from one priority to another. When it comes to separating our professional and personal lives, the lines have blurred. The unprecedented circumstances of 2020 has meant that many of us are now working from home. Our work blurs into home, leisure and family time, making it quite difficult to concentrate and focus, which can lead to stress and anxiety. So we can all do with a few tips on helping us shift our focus from one priority to another throughout any given day. I've been researching and working on this myself, and also speaking with numerous clients and colleagues, because I'm certainly finding that focusing in this new normal can be quite challenging. So I'm super excited by the tips and tactics that John and I have for you.
So in this course, we'll discuss useful tactics in 3 areas. First, we'll help you sort distractions from priorities. In the virtual environment, especially if you're in a suddenly virtual situation, it seems there are more demands coming at us from all sides than ever. The first thing we have to do is distinguish between what is truly important and adds value versus what's demanding our time and attention but shouldn't necessarily receive it. Second, we'll help you get focused, stay focused, and then mindfully refocus when necessary. And third, in each section, we'll offer just a few tips on using technology tools to support your planning, focus, and productivity rather than distracting you from it. I know firsthand that getting focused, staying focused, and refocusing is a major real-life challenge for me, and these tips have been invaluable. We're confident they'll be valuable to you as well. In the workbook on page 3, you'll find a few reflection activities. Try the multitasking test as a reminder of the importance of focusing on one priority at a time. Then do an initial reflection on which distractions are most problematic for you. And finally, take a moment to compare how you feel at the end of an unfocused workday versus how you would like to feel. I know personally there are some days when I come away frazzled and drained after a day full of distractions and pop-ups, feeling like I couldn't make progress at all. And then sometimes there's days when I feel satisfied and productive and content with how I've handled things. Capture how you feel when distracted and unfocused, and then give yourself something to aspire to. How would you like to feel, realistically, at the end of a productive, focused day?